First ever all-Spanish encounter in the Basketball Champions League as UCAM Murcia will face off against the Iberostar Tenerife here in leg one. We are coming to you from southeast Spain in Murcia as the hometown team will face off against the current Basketball Champions League champions, as Tenerife won the Final Four last year. And these two teams will know each other exclusively as they've faced off already twice in the ACB this year. But this is what it's all about, the road to the Final Four in the Basketball Champions League. We are concentrating on that bottom left corner of the bracket. Essentially, there are 14 pools to see who will go forward from this stage. And we know Tenerife and Murcia will be battling it out over these two legs to see who takes the aggregate score. So it is not only the victory or loss tonight, but also that margin of victory. And that wasn't seen anywhere better than the game also in this corner of the bracket last night. That victory of PAOK over Pinacar-Siaka, 74-68 in the end. But it was a 20-point lead at one stage for PAOK. They looked like they had not only the game, but also the entire tie wrapped up before a comeback from Pinacar-Siaka made it a very interesting game going back to Izmir for the second leg next week. So here tonight it will be UCAM Murcia, a team which has stumbled in recent weeks in the Basketball Champions League. They've lost their last 3 games, and they have been a team that's known to streak. They started off the season losing 4 games in a row. Then they won 4 out of 5, and now once again they're on a downward turn. In comparison, their opponents today, Tenerife, have won 15 of their last 17 games in the Basketball Champions League. They have been here and done it before. We know that they come through these playoff two-legged games. Last year in the round of 16 at this stage, it was PAOK they faced off against in Greece for leg one on the road. Again, they went down to defeat, but they overcame that deficit when they returned to the beautiful island of Tenerife for the second leg. And now there is one man in your picture, Augusto Lima, a new signing. So he is playing his first Basketball Champions League game for Murcia here tonight, and you will see him on the roster. But first, we will go to the visitors, Iberostar Tenerife. It is very much a team, a number of players that could step up. Perhaps look towards Mike Toby as one of the key guys, and then also number 20, Matus Panitka. We'll get to what a big game he had in a previous encounter between these two teams later. So there is Rodrigo San Miguel, the starting point guard for Tenerife. A lot will be on his shoulders today in his battle against Clevin Hanna. He will be the first man out. And Tenerife, we said, they have this experience. They won in the round of 16 last year. Despite losing the first leg, they have the best field goal against in the competition, holding teams to just 38.5% from the field against them. But they do have offensive weapons. Guys like Tim Abramitis, who we saw just coming through the picture there. And that man, Javi Beiran, a sharp shooter. And then Devin White and Kostas Vasilidis coming out as well at the end. Devin White was a key performer in that Final Four victory against Banvit last year with 14 points. So for UCAM Murcia, we said new man Augusto Lima is in. He wears number 23. But for Murcia, really, it's Ovi Soko, the British forward, at the top of the roster there, that has led the way for them. And really, when he has been playing well, as he did during that 4 wins in 5 game streak. So we see him coming out onto the floor where he averaged nearly 20 points and 10 rebounds a game through those 5 games. That is when Murcia are at their best. Dynamic forward, can knock it down from the perimeter, but also causes problems in and around the basket. Difficult matchup for anyone. As Murcia, playing their first season in the BCL, will be pleased to have made the playoff stages. They did that coming through Group A. Eventually 7 wins and 7 losses for the team from Murcia, as they qualified as 4th place and made it through to this round of 16. A number of South Americans. Vitor Ferrani came out previously, and then Augusto Lima from Brazil, rounded off by the number 27, Cedel Rojas from the Dominican Republic. It really is a South American flavour to this UCAM Murcia team. And that is what it's all about. The Basketball Champions League trophy, as the coaches will shake hands. Tenerife know how to win, know what you have to do in order to raise that beautiful trophy. But Murcia standing in their way right now. As we see the head coach of Tenerife, different from last year. It is Fotis Katsikaris, the former Greek national team coach, as we see our three officials for today's games. Lorenzo Baldi, Jonathan Sisi and Thomas Jasevicius from Lithuania, Italy and Albania. Oh, I said Murcia came through Group A for Tenerife. It was first place in Group B. 12 games they played, 12 wins, 2 losses. Saw them advance as the top place team. We said they did win this competition last year, but Fotis Katsikaris was not the man in charge. So new man, new coach, 6 players return, but there are changes to the roster. Davin White, perhaps the strongest performer, said he had 14 points in the final last year. As they will look to him again, and there is the opposite number, Ivan Navarro, the head coach of UCAM Murcia. So these two teams both come in with less than remarkable form domestically as well in the ACB. Tenerife have lost 2 in a row, Murcia 3 in a row, although Murcia's last victory in the ACB came in the round of 18, and that was against Tenerife. So it was here in Murcia in southeast Spain, a 74-72 win for Murcia. They were led by Obisoko, 16 points, Clevin Hanna, 12, and then Marcus Delia with 11. As we see Augusto Lima there, he did not play in that game, just returned to action in the ACB, returned to Murcia, a team he has played for before. For Tenerife, it was Panitka who had a strong game. He played well both times against Murcia. The Polish international Panitka, 16 points in that loss last time they faced off. Earlier in the season, way back in round 2 of the ACB, it was Tenerife that won at home 84-78. Panitka again, 20 points personal. Mike Toby, 16 and 8. Led the way for Tenerife. So you can see across those 2 games they've played in the ACB, just 4 points separates the 2 teams. And we'll see, we'll really expect it to be similar in the Basketball Champions League. So the teams are in their benches, getting their last bit of instruction from the coaches. And we'll get ready to get underway in the first game between 2 Spanish teams in the Basketball Champions League. Other games going on tonight. 6 games after 2 last night. We've already had 2 victories. There's Neptunus won at home 73-68 over Strasbourg, and then the upset on the road, Chesnimberg 98-88 victors over Ike in Greece. A very impressive victory for Chesnimberg, which have been one of the surprise teams in the Basketball Champions League this year. And really gives them a strong advantage going into the second leg next week. As we see Mike Toby, the MVP of the FIBA Intercontinental Cup this year, a winner in the ACB last year with Valencia. And he's out there as now UCAM Murcia in their red uniforms make their way out onto the floor. Brad Ollison out there early, and Augusto Lima will get the nod at the starting centre position. Soko there. Looking on. And now the players look like they're set to pretty much get underway. Murcia in the red, Tenerife in the yellow. And shuffle round and final check for the table before we will get underway here. Thumbs up then. And welcome to round of 16 action. Murcia versus Iberostar Tenerife. As we are up and underway. Scrappy tip. Won by Augusto Lima. Murcia have the first possession. And they will come down. Tenerife in the man-to-man defense. Rojas into the hands of Olesen. And now the screen will come for Cleven Hanna. Hanna back to Olesen, corner 3 from Rojas. Doesn't go. Panitka grabs in the defensive rebound. He's out there on the floor with Toby, San Miguel, Tim Abramitis. And then also Tobias Borg. So there is Borg. Perhaps the surprise inclusion in the starting lineup here for Tenerife. As it goes into the hands of Abramitis. And now San Miguel. Toby screens, rolls to the ring. Panitka, little shovel pass, doesn't go. Soko diving for it. Shot clock winding down as Borg takes the 3. Doesn't get it to go. So Tobias Borg has not scored in the Basketball Champions League, but he gets the start here in the round of 16. Soko will re-screen. Augusto Lima trying to find some room. Goes over to Rojas. Rojas kicks it to Olesen. Clean look for him. And that often means the same thing. Clean look for Bralos and points in the bank. 3-0 start for UCAM Murcia then. Well executed play. As now Abramitis tries to respond. Can't. Hanna grabs in the rebound. Applause from the sideline. Katsikaris happy with the shot even though it didn't fall. Olesen thought about another one on Soko to roll. Here he is. Soko takes that short jump shot. Really happy seeing him shoot from the perimeter, Tenerife. San Miguel uses the 2 screens, and now Toby will screen again and roll. Pass, can't find him though, chance to run. 2-on-1. Hanna flips it up as he falls to the floor and gets it to go. Circus shot for Hanna. Took the contact. I wonder if Borg was trying to foul him. The referees let play continue. And a strong start for Murcia, 5-0. San Miguel going to Toby. Toby waits. Allows Panitka to come high. Panitka, remember, played well in both ACB games. But he's going to get the offensive foul here. Augusto Lima rotating. And drawing the contact. That's going to be a great confidence booster for UCAM Murcia, we said. Panitka has averaged 18 points per game against Murcia over the 2 games in the ACB. Players slipping on the floor. There's Olesen, guarded closely by Tobias Borg. Soko quickly goes, and it's going to be an offensive foul the other way. Tried to go through the chest of Abramitis, who did a good job maintaining position. Yeah, good defense from Abramitis. Soko didn't like the call. That is Coach Katsikaris. Coach previously in the ACB. As he was the head coach of Murcia last season, in fact. So Coach Katsikaris is here. You will know this court well. Coached a number of these players. Ovi Soko, PM1, even though the season was cut short last year before he's moved over to Tenerife now. Panitka, low post, spins on Rojas, loses it. Rojas picks it up. It's a bit of everything. Rojas. As Lima will screen. Tough pull up from Hanna. Just hits the front of the ring, and the rebound nearly taken by Murcia though, as they showed great tenacity to chase it down. Tough shot that time from Hanna. Good defense from Rodriguez San Miguel. Got to mention that. There's now Tobias Borg. Brings it down. Goes to Panitka. Panitka waiting. Gets a screen from Toby. He rolls to the ring. Abramitis left open. Just a couple of good clean looks, Abramitis. Usually so reliable from beyond that three-point line. He does collect the offensive rebound though. And then to the inside, Toby got the mismatch and finished. Mike Toby said he was the MVP of the Intercontinental Cup. It was the victors of the Basketball Champions League against the victors of the South American Championships. Oh, upstairs, Lima takes it in but can't finish. 7 on the clock still. Squares up against Toby. 5 on the clock now for Lima. Steps through. Can't finish with the left hand. Look at the offensive rebound from Soko. Reverses away from 2 defenders and puts it home. The gun show from Soko. 1 against 2 on the inside, but it didn't matter. Only Soko. And a man's work inside the paint. Ford kits it. Switching defense. Doesn't rotate to San Miguel quickly enough though. And Abramitis doing his job on the offensive glass. So the defense switched well from Murcia. Took away the opportunity for Tenerife to score on the first shot, but what it did do was gave up the offensive rebound. Abramitis on the mismatch went to the inside. And as he forced the tie up, he'll be in-line possession for Tenerife. San Miguel comes high. Shot clock gets to 10. Tries to attack. Tobias Borg touched it last. And it will go to UCAM Murcia. Substitution. Vasilidis will come in. As we've already said, seen Vita Benite come in. He wears the number 8 for UCAM Murcia. He inbounds the ball. The South Americans, second Brazilian now alongside this man, Augusto Lima. So the 2 Brazilians running the pick and roll. Lima rolls, Benite pulls up, can't get it to go. Bobby's flying, and look at the space for Ollison. Can't get it. Panitka, open floor, attacks hard and draws the foul. Foul didn't like it. Benite, a little smile from him. Thought he got the ball clean. The way Panitka attacks the basket, though. He always puts the pressure on the defense. It looked like it was pretty clean, but it's almost like he's rewarded for the way he attacks the ring. Panitka. Lima will go out. And Marcos Zelaya comes in for first action. The Argentinian. So Panitka comes from a basketballing family, younger brother. The under-20 international last year for Poland, plays in the Polish top division. And it's Panitka, makes both. And it's going to be some pressure up the floor for Tenerife. Ollison dribbles into the double team, but finds Soko. Soko thought about the 3, but instead will pull it out. Let's get quickly into the play, 10 seconds. Hannah turns the corner, goes high with the left hand. Finished off by Soko, but it won't count. Hannah earned himself the foul and will get 2 shots. Good one-on-one play for Clement Hannah. Blazed past San Miguel. He kind of got caught thinking he was going to drive to the right, use the screen. Hannah. Solid season for him. 13.5 points per game. Steadies himself for the second. He's good. A low-scoring game here. There's 13 points in the first 5 minutes. Defensively, both these teams on point so far. Played each other twice already. Those games in the ACB. Now in the Basketball Champions League. San Miguel pulls up, can't hit it. A foul, a little push in the back against Mike Toby. Possession for Murcia. Tenerife really struggling to score here. And go to the bench again. San Miguel goes out. Bassas will come in. Been good looks for San Miguel. And you can see the clear foul on Toby. Coaching staff from Murcia looking on. Fran Vázquez comes in. We do have experience on the bench, Tenerife, though. Right. Vázquez being one of them, as he's going to commit the foul, and Soko gets the score. Well, they tried to press up the floor, slow the tempo, make it difficult for Murcia. Just led to a layup, though. Soko attacked. Clear foul on Vázquez. And the easy finish. I said so often for Murcia, the way this man goes, they go. And it's the bonus point. 5 for him on the game. Game's leading scorer now. It is an 8-point lead. Foul. Hannah comes up shaking. Looks like he got a shot to attend the place as a foul. Goes against Benite, I believe. Substitutions in the backcourt. Rojas comes back and Charlton Kloof comes in as well. Hannah and Ollison out. And players slipping to the floor. Vasilidis comes high. Allen doesn't choose to take him as he is fouled. There is a lot of physicality, a lot of contact going on. The last foul was against Benite. Allen putting on the floor. Rojas just kind of lost his footing, I think, as he was trying to take the charge. Perhaps if he hadn't slipped, he might have got the call. Here is Roscoe Allen then. Hungarian, played college basketball, or grew up really playing a lot of basketball in the United States. To Stanford University, it can't hit the free throw. Soko grabs in the rebound. And the lead still 6 in favour of Murcia. Benite to Kloof. Kloof waiting, looking. Shot clock only to 4 seconds now. He'll have to pull up. Foot was on the line. Look at the offensive rebound. Rojas couldn't finish it off, and the save was taken by Bassas, who pushes in transition. Oh, he's got some room. Bassas all the way is fouled and will go to the line. It's going to go against Benite, who does not like the call, and that's because that's going to be his 3rd foul. He's only played 2.5 minutes, and he will have to go to the bench pretty quickly here. Great rebound from Rojas on the first one, but couldn't take it in. The save from Panitka has ruined the boarding over there. You could see a little bit bent. Oh, got an injury. Might need the physio for the spectators as well. Bassas at the line. And Bassas, 5 points per game, 3.5 assists during the regular season, as Javi Beidan sets foot on the floor. And this is the shooting lineup for Tenerife, with Beidan and Vasilidis on the floor at the same time. The question is, where's the creation going to come from? Who's going to be the man that is able to break guys down off the dribble? Might have to go to Beidan. Tough ask for him. There's Soko backing it in against Allen. Soko loses on the way up. And Bassas slows and calls the play. Vasilidis reverses it to Allen. Back now to Vasilidis. 7 on the clock from him. Draws the double team. Vázquez, good no-look pass. Allen for 3. Can't get it, but it's Vázquez there with the offensive rebound. Right, team basketball from Tenerife on that possession. A short roll from Vázquez. Good pass from him with the 2 shooters. Stoppage, not really sure why. Thumbs up now, though. 10 seconds only on the shot clock, wasn't reset. Sass comes now, Vasilidis off the triple screen. Fires it up, is rejected. And Murcia, going to look to push here. Defense is back for Tenerife. There's Iberostar. Got caught in the air. Allen thought about passing ahead twice and then loses it. Off the backboard, but Sass with the energy to get it back. She wasn't sure what to do with it. Allen didn't know whether to pass or keep going on his own. And Sass now trying to find some room. Good pick and roll defense from Murcia, and out of bounds against Javi Beran. Tenerife's offense still struggling. I've got to say, great defense from Murcia though. There's the negative step from Beran. Kloof goes to Soko. And now Iberostar back to Kloof. Fires it. Can't get it. Vasilidis collects the rebound. Tenerife taking their time. Goes for Vasquez on the pop. Oh, good backdoor cut from Beran. Beautifully found from Fran Vasquez. Little smile between the two of them. Beran, the master of moving off the ball. Iberostar off the screen from Soko. Picks up his dribble. We'll get it back here. Kloof fakes, steps in, 3 on the clock. Oh, hangs in the air. Can't finish. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. Kloof had the 3. Tried to finish at the ring, but was just met by Fran Vasquez. Something he's done throughout his career. Vasquez protect that ring. And he's doing good enough for the 11th NBA draft pick back in 2005. Now Vasilidis thought about the 3, finds Vasquez. Jump shot doesn't go. Allen tips it out. New possession for Tenerife. Sass working that middle screen with Vasquez as Beran knocks it down. Buzzer sounds and Beran had some vital points for Tenerife. Amazingly, Tenerife have now taken the lead. Big run from them as Delia gets it in the low post. Couple of dribbles, the spin. His finish doesn't go. Soko got a bit of a hand on it. And it falls to Beran, and now inside the final 30 seconds of this first quarter. Tenerife with the lead. It might be 3 here. It's Beran again. So Beran comes up with 5 points in a row. And has given Tenerife this 3-point lead. Who would have thought that? In a low-scoring game, every point counts. Kloof one way, then the other. Just 2 seconds to go. Finds Delia. Can he finish? He does. Just before the buzzer. Great time management there for Murcia as they get the all-important score at the end of this first quarter. Kloof, nice fake. Tough finish from Marcus Delia. And so after 1 quarter here, it is 14 to UCAM Murcia, 15 to Iberostar Tenerife. We said before we started this was going to be a close one. They've been separated by just 4 points in their 2 games in the ACB, and we expect no different here. Look at some of these highlights. It was all Murcia in the early stages. They opened up a lead at one stage. That lead got to 8 points. But these guys like Ollison and Soko, they led the way. The circus shot from Clevin Hanna helped as well. But then, slowly but surely, Tenerife just chipped away. Got themselves back into the game. That is Mike Toby on the inside. He's been kept Pretty quiet, Toby. Only points, only shot of the game. And it's this one right here. And really, you look to Javi Beiran off the bench, who has led the charge back, really. 7 points personal for him total. He had 5 in a row at the end of the first quarter. And the man, Beiran, who pretty much won the game for Spain down the stretch in the February qualification windows for the 2019 World Cup. Came up big against Belarus. We'll get into that one later. And it seems to be bringing some of that form over for coach Kotsakadis. So Soko yet to leave the floor. Had a strong first 10 minutes. 5 points, 2 rebounds for him. And as I said, so often when he has a good game, so do UCAM Murcia. So they are out there on the floor. They have the first possession. They have the 5 of Uriah, Kloof, Rojas, Soko, and Erdosan. It is Kloof looking for Erdosan. Gives it back to Kloof. Kloof, his pass, eventually finds Marcus Zelaya. He can't finish. Soko, the offensive rebound, and earns himself a trip to the line. With a good defensive sequence from Tenerife, just wasn't finished as they gave up the offensive rebound. Soko causing problems. Tenerife have Allen, Bassas, Beiran, Nasalidis and Vazquez out there on the floor. Soko, 6 points. Unamas, we're told, 1 more for him. And he can't get it to go. Game tied at 15 apiece. Beiran. That is the point guard position. It over to Vazquez. Good denial from Tenerife. And Beiran nearly has it taken away by Rojas. Shot clock getting low. Bassas has got to step up. And he does. String music for Bassas. The second unit for Tenerife. One of these guys started the game, really has done their job. Said before the game, it isn't really a team of superstars, Tenerife, but a very good team. Soko now trying to find some room. Good footwork from him, but a shot comes up short. Beiran with the rebound, showing that versatility he has. Same play for them. Vasilidis is going to come high. Vazquez to roll, but he kind of got caught. So now they'll space. 10 on the clock. Vazquez takes it in and is fouled. Good catch from Vazquez. Taken in, Erdosan. Late on his rotation. Soko goes to the bench for the first time. And it is Antello that comes in. Jose Angel Antello for Murcia. Beiran stops and tries to go again. Good defense from Rojas. Clock to 3, and once more, Javi Beiran. Well, he was on the roster last year. Beiran didn't play in the Final Four, though, after suffering a season-ending ACL injury. He is showing life, showing signs of wanting to get back to the Final Four. Open man in the corner. Rojas for 3 is fouled, and it's good. Rojas knocks it down. A needed basket for Murcia. Tenerife had opened up their largest lead of the game at 5. It's Beiran that commits the foul. There it is again. Rojas likes that corner spot. Comes up short though on the bonus and crosses the line. Possession back to Tenerife then. Coach Katsikaris looking on. Beiran now. Slicing into the post. Vasilidis with some room, buries it. Tenerife, after such a slow start, this second unit is rolling right now. You look at the plus minus, all of these guys above 5. A 3 from Mantello is good. A jerky looking stroke. Knocks it down though on the pick and pop. Well designed play. And UCAM Murcia keeping themselves alive with these 3-point shots. Vasilidis wants to respond. Quick fire from him. Doesn't go. Hannah. Watching the floor. Pulls up. Off the glass. Great rebound. Has puts it home. Energy plays right now for Murcia. They've done a good job on the glass. It's now 4 offensive rebounds from them. Tenerife had 4 of their own as well, as Bayran. Corner shot from Allen. Rebounded easily by Murcia. Tied game, chance for them to take the lead. They dominated that first quarter outside of the last 2 minutes. Led by 8 at one stage. Erdogan curls in the lane, finishes. Great recognition from him. Watch the defender chase him. Curled and finished. Back and forth game. Both teams had the lead here. Baydan backing it down. Double team comes. He finds, well, nearly finds Allen. Instead, it's turned over. Hannah goes through the gears, crosses over. Can't find the space as Antello now puts it on the floor. He's forced to bring it back into the hands of Erdogan. 10 on the clock. He's off the screen. And the little runner, once again, is good. Oh, Alex Erdogan able to finish plays. Exactly what his team need. A timeout called by Tenerife. After recovering from such a poor start, they took the lead, but Murcia, it's their turn to make this run.
Everything is offensive rebound, and in the last seconds, we cannot play 2-on-2 and everybody stick outside. We have to get in. Okay? Again, we have fast to give. We can only receive, those baskets now. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And I just said it. 5 offensive rebounds for UCAM Murcia. And it was reiterated by Coach Katsikaris there. He said everything is from the offensive rebound. It might only improve as this man steps foot back on the floor. Augusto Lima. Tenerife frustrated. They've managed to get that lead. They've given it away kind of cheaply here. They trail by 4. They're approaching that midway point of the second quarter. Abramidis back in. He will screen now for Panica. He's also fresh back into the game. Foul is called against Hannah. First against him. Your nod of acknowledgement from Hannah. And first action today for Davin White. Surprised it's taken so long to see him. He can be an X factor. Davin White averages 9 points per game. He had 14, remember, in the Basketball Champions League final last year. There's a foul. Goes against Murcia. Going to be 2 shots for Basas. A hesitation from him, defense late. And foul will go against Dantello. Basas at the line then. 5 points from him, but it fouls. To take the freebie. Steadies himself for the second. He's good. Sass is going to have to step up. Losing that back court. For Tenerife as Hannah trying to find some room, just a big circle. Mantello with the mismatch. Got two guys on this far side. Spacing not very good between them. Mantello steps through and finishes. What a play. Well, Mantello looked like he was in trouble. Kind of lost the ball and it worked for him. Abramitis been kept quiet. There's a foul. It's going to go against Tenerife. Offensive foul against Bassas. He's the man on the floor and he looks towards the official to say, how's that against me? So Bassas is going to have to step up. Nicholas Ricciotti, who's usually a good rotation guy in that backcourt, out for the season now with an ACL injury. And there's increased role for different guys. Rojas goes out. That's the applause from the crowd. I like his effort, production that he's given. And back comes Brad Ollison. So for Tenerife, they've made a change. Bassas has gone out, and Sam Miguel back into the game at the point guard spot. Lima finds Erdosan. Erdosan goes to Lima, rolling to the ring, gets the finish. Well, Augusta Lima grew up with Malaga, was with them for a long time, highly regarded as a junior prospect. That's a very good offensive package, great athlete, good hands, can make that mid-range jump shot as well. He's a very good late season signing for Murcia, and here he is once again closing up the lane as Abramitis has 2 on the clock, can't hit the jump shot, and Murcia with a 6-point lead look to extend it. Lima wanted it, and instead they will pull it out and wait. Erdosan for 3. Way off. And now White. Comes off a couple of screens. Finds Abramitis. Good fake from him. Look at the defense of Mantello. Great recovery. And challenges the shot, but it doesn't matter to Abramitis. Excellent finish from him. First points of the game from Tim Abramitis. Erdosan reverses. Mantello waits for Ollison. Ollison will pull up, but a whistle. It's waved away. Foul on the ground. Looks like it's against Damon White for pulling Mantello to the floor. Let's have a look. White trying to get round the screen. First foul for him. Ollison sets the feet. Made one, missed a couple. Look at Panitka. Panitka attacks and finishes. So good in transition, Panitka. And he gets the rebound. He's like a juggernaut with the open floor. Long 3 is good. Hannah. Oh, kind of took everyone by surprise there. Evan Hannah wasn't really in rhythm. Knocks it down. White has it. Well guarded by Ollison. But the open look. Sam Miguel hesitated. Now he knocks it down. Well, he missed a couple early. Sam Miguel looked like when he caught it, he remembered. Hesitated and then managed to knock it down. Hannah. Oh, he's going to take it after making one. Mantello lines it up. Doesn't go. Sam Miguel kicks it. Abramitis, clean look. Buries it. Quick fire. Couple of baskets for Tenerife. Has got them back into this one. We're tied at 34. Under 2 minutes. Oh, what a first half this has been, back and forth. Every time a team gets ahead, the other one comes back, slowly but surely. Some really good play from both teams.
Spot up, shooter. Okay, last second especially, he got no pressure, he gonna score this shot. Okay, contest. Different when he play big, but here you have to contest this shot. Vale? Hey, run back, okay, the shooters, okay? And run back playing defense, not just run back, collapse the paint, and then look for your man. Run back playing defense.
Change your speed, make a fake, make a good pick, and then cut to the basket.
Wait for the big guy.
But good pick, okay? They don't go under. So set a pick, and also keep the ball to make a little fake, so you set to the pick, and then we open the game, all right?
Venga, vamos, vamos, vamos. 1, 2, 3.
Back to action. 34 apiece here, 1:57 left in this first half. A great game to watch so far. As Murcia will have possession. Kloof goes to the point guard spot, small lineup for them. Now they'll hit Ollison. Tello, his three doesn't go. San Miguel the other way. San Miguel pushing people through, but they're going to have to pull it out now. Wants the screen. San Miguel into the lane. Can't find anyone though until eventually White is available. His jump shot short though. Murcia will push going the other way. Lima wants the lob. Running on that far side, won't get it. Hannah stops and pops. Oh, good rebound. And Tello spins away. It's rejected, but count the basket. Toby got it too late. And Tello, another guy off the bench, making an impact. 7 now for him. Look at this. The footwork to spin away. Clearly off the glass first for Toby. Applause from Tello. As he goes to the bench. 7 points, 2 rebounds for him. What a breather he's given, and what production from that spot between him and Soko for Murcia. Toby. White finds Toby, who finishes with authority. Mike Toby. A frustrated finish there, perhaps. Being held to just 2 points before that. He ties the game, though. 35 seconds remaining. Hannah to Soko. Soko goes baseline, draws the attention before finding Kloof. Kloof waits and now takes the three. Can't get it. Just took the tougher option at the three on the catch. So now it is Tenerife holding for the final shot. Abramides comes to screen. White for three. Off, fight for the rebound. Goes to Toby. Can he get away in time? Yes, he can. And Mike Toby will be the difference between the two teams here. His last second score gives the 38-36 lead for Iberostar Tenerife on the road, round of 16. An entertaining first half then. And it is separated by just one basket. That last second shot from Mike Toby, 38-36. Little stunned silence in Murcia then from the crowd. They've seen their team play well through that first half. They opened up a couple of leads. At one stage it was 8, that was early on. And again in that second quarter, they opened up the advantage. But Tenerife just chipping away, staying in the game on the road, as they've proved they know how to do in the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League. They did it last year, coming from defeat in the first leg at this stage to survive and advance. And it's been number of bench players that have really stepped up on both sides. UCAM Murcia led by some strong play from Antelo. 7 points, 2 rebounds for the captain. We also had strong performances from Obi Soko with 6 points and Clement Hanna 7 as well. On the other side for Tenerife, Javi Beiran, 9 points for him in just less than 8 minutes. We also had 6 from Toby and 6 from Bassas as well. Bassas and Beiran doing a good job. Off the bench for Tenerife, there is Javi Beiran. He had 5 in a row. Some pretty passing from Fran Vazquez. And that's what's opened up the lead for their team. So we're going to take a break from action here at half-time, where 2 points separate Tenerife and UCAM Murcia. This is 38-36 in favour of Tenerife.
¿Cuál sería su evaluación del juego hasta ahora?
Well, I think that mainly we should improve our three things that are basic for us on our defense is the ball pressure. We are around 60% of our best level. Our D transition, some easy baskets for Tenerife in this aspect, and the defensive rebound. They are controlling the offensive rebound, and this is very important for us because we cannot run if we don't control it.
It's pretty tight. So what's your strategy to win this second half?
Well, we know that this is a game of 80 minutes, not 40. So we have to be patient, okay, control the game, but especially control this very important defensive fact for us. Because if we do it, we're gonna control the game also on offense.
They are putting much pressure on you from the very beginning, and they are counter-attacking. So do you think the second half is going to be the same level? Do you think it's going to be more difficult?
I expect the best level from Tenerife, either on offense or on defense. So what we have to do is be ready for everything, and especially on offense, have good entries to the game, to the offense, because if we start wrong and they push us out of the spots we want to get the ball, we will have problems. Thank you.
Su evaluación del juego hasta ahora?
Bueno, lo que esperábamos, ¿no? En un partido duro, muy físico, con muchos detalles que tenemos que cuidar nosotros, ¿no? Ha metido 9 puntos después de rebote ofensivo. Su juego, su estilo, además son muy buenos en esto y hay que cuidarlo. Y luego, bueno, hemos jugado mucho mejor en el segundo cuarto. Entonces, nada, hay que seguir con buena defensa, controlar el rebote y luego combatir bien el balón y buscar la mejor opción, ¿no? En ataque.
Usted fue entrenador de aquí de UCAM. ¿Cómo se siente al volver a estar aquí?
Bueno, hay un momento que tienes que...
Hello and welcome back to Murcia. It is half-time here in the round of 16. First leg between the two Spanish teams, Murcia and Tenerife, the first ever all-Spanish game in the Basketball Champions League. And it is as close as we expected going in. Just 2 points separating these teams, 38-36 in favour of Tenerife right now, after a last gasp score at the end of the first half from Mike Toby. Is the only thing that separates these two teams. Both teams had that lead in that first half, and interesting conversations in the interviews at halftime, as both coaches pointing to the need to control the glass a little bit better on the defensive end, allowed the opposition too many offensive rebounds, is their belief. So see if that's something that can be adjusted in the second half, as both teams 6 offensive rebounds for UCAM Murcia, 5 for Tenerife. If you are just joining us, it was a low-scoring first quarter. Tenerife struggling to get anything going offensively. And then that all changed last couple of minutes of the first quarter. They suddenly came to life. And then in the second took a lead before Murcia responded themselves. Coach Navarro, in his interview, told us this is a game of 80 minutes, not 40. So they have to remember it is only half-time after this game. And they have to play this half that way. And cannot be won today, really. Can be lost if you give up too much of a sizable lead, though. I thought of many coaches. So we'll see. Will there be any adjustments coming in? Teams led by players off the bench. Angel Antonio Antello leads the way for Murcia with 7 points. Javi Beiran with 9. I mentioned Beiran, a strong performer for Spain in the FIBA qualification windows for the 2019 World Cup. Spain sitting 4-0 in their group, but that looked very unlikely at one stage. They were down against Belarus in Minsk, and Javi Beiran came to their rescue in their 84-82 win. He had 13 points in just 22 minutes, going 4 of 4 from beyond the three-point line. He was an X-factor in a roster that also featured Fran Vázquez and Rodrigo San Miguel from this Tenerife team. And he is smiling at the bottom of your pitch up. See if he can have a similar impact to victory here. 9 points from him. And it looks like he'll be starting this second half for his team as well. Rojas. And he's had a solid first half. A bit quiet perhaps. He's got 5 points, 4 rebounds. Costa Lima showing his ability to add to this Murcia team, gives him another dimension on the inside. As we are set to get underway then, Damon White will bring it into the hands of Rodrigo San Miguel. Starts the second half, man-to-man defense for Murcia, and been that way for the first 20 minutes. And now San Miguel kicks it out. Toby deep in the lane, tries to step through, good defense from Lima. As Abramidis buries the three. Well, Tim Abramidis was kept quiet for long parts of that first half. He hit a late three. And now he's at his second of the game. Moves to 8 points and the lead 4 in favour of Tenerife. Corner, 5-point lead. The three doesn't go for Rojas. Lima kicks it. Hannah goes through the gears. Burst of speed from him from the perimeter. And he draws the foul. So a 5-point lead. Now I get my maths correct. In favour of Tenerife, it is their largest lead of the game. Karis looking on. Hannah trying to find some room. Nothing really on for him. He's going to pull up for three. It's rejected. It's a poor shot from Hannah. He's also holding his groin. See if he's okay. Took a shot there earlier in the game. Good defense from Tenerife. Solid start in these few possessions of this second half so far. Abramidis wanted another one. Here he is. Abramidis for three. Can't get it. Toby called for the offensive foul. Hannah limping. Not sure if it's a groin strain or it's muscular or if he was hit. Happened at the other end, not here. There's an offensive foul against Toby. And there's a lot of attention for him over there. I'm going to need him. Kloof comes in, guarded by White. I want to go to Soko, but I can't get him a touch. He's well guarded by Abramidis. Now he gets it. Soko backing it in. Behind the back, finds Lima. But he's got 5 on the clock. Steps through, Toby rejects it. And the ball goes to San Miguel. Passes ahead, Panitka to White, who lays it up for two. Beautiful transition basketball from Tenerife. And look at that. Tenerife, a brilliant start to the second quarter. They've opened up their largest lead of the game. And they lead this 43-36. And it's been a 5-0 start for them.
Ball between, there is no pass between the big men. So if you get the ball here, okay, let's go dribble hand off to pop or roll. This is the first. We can post up with the 5, but not with the 4. Okay? Let's post up with the 5, not with the 4. That's the first. Second. Shorten distance to the ball. Shorten distance to the ball, okay? To go under. When the ball is inside here, Obi,
All right. Very good. The next one, the next offense.
This is where Kevin Hanna comes up lame. I'm not sure if it's with Augusto Lima. He had the hit and damage. He remains on the bench. There's Murcia. Get it down. Kloof at the point. Lima back to Kloof. Allison has to pull out. Tough shot over Panicka with the offensive rebound by Rojas. Well, both teams, we said, talking about the offensive rebound and how it's been a thorn in their side. There you see it once again for Tenerife as Murcia capitalise. Panicka loses it. Lima, first man on the floor, and then Rojas picks it up. They got numbers, 4 against 2. Kloof, though, slow to find Soko, who will take the 3 in and out from him. And the rebound taken down by Tenerife. White comes off these screens. Needs to use that pick and roll action. Davin White, and this is why Toby finishes it off. Davin White, the provider. Mike Toby, after that score, the last point of the first half, moves to now 8 points personal. Kloof the other way, high arcing shot, goes off the glass and in. Both offenses coming to life here then in the third period after a slow first half, where the defense led the way. Lima commits the foul. Goes to the bench now. Just the first foul against the Brazilian, and Marcus Elia comes in. It's Panicka and Beiran switch places. Toby. Goes to Abramidis. And now White. Backs it out, 4 seconds on the clock. Turns it over. Davin White was looking for the kick out. Apologises. Mistake. Good defence from Murcia on that possession. Calls the play and gets it back. Ollison for 3. Doesn't go. Soko fighting. Abramidis though wins. San Miguel steady. Methodical approach here. Nice. Team's got the lead. Couple of baskets and some time out of this one will help. There's a little bounce pass to Toby's kicked. The new 14 on the clock. And no honey, Tenerife on the road. Low scoring game, close game, helps them. White, again using this middle screen. Takes the jumper, doesn't go, tipped by Toby. Beiran tips it to Abramidis, who buries another 3. Abramidis coming to life here, got a couple of clean looks. And he has gone to 11 points personal. Tenerife, 8-point lead now. Murcia needs some baskets. They've scored just 4 points here in 4.5 minutes in the third quarter. Soko squaring up. Wants the dribble handoff with Kloof. Kloof's fouled. Tenerife complaining. I think that's a good call. Abramidis is asking what happened. Yeah, you can see. Let's have a look. I thought first look it was a foul. It's a little trip from behind on San Miguel that I think was a foul. Make sure the foul's given against Abramidis rather than San Miguel, which is probably the complaint from Tenerife. Kloof makes the first. Second note, fails to go. 3 points personal for him. San Miguel goes to Baydan. And foul away from the ball. He's going to go against Rojas. Not sure what happened there. That just runs into Abramitis. Trying to act for the foul. Referee saw it though. Didn't give it in his favour. Corner 3, San Miguel fires and makes it. Another 3 for Tenerife, and the 3-point shooting is the difference right now. 9th 3 of the game for Tenerife. 9 of 20, Soko from the foul line. Jump shot doesn't go. Rebound by Delia. They just need a way to get going offensively here, Murcia. 5 points. Just isn't enough at this level. Soko's pull up doesn't go. Good tip though from Rojas. Keep it alive. It's Urtasun to come in. I wonder if they'll bring back Antello soon as well, the impact he had in that first half. Zone defense from Tenerife. And now they match up in man-to-man. Kloof, great change of speed for him. He finds Rojas. He can't finish. Soko, no room for him. He'll kick it to Urtasun. His 3 doesn't go. Another offensive rebound though for Murcia. And now Delia, third opportunity, gets it to go. Well, both coaches talking about an offensive rebound. And right now, Tenerife still struggling to keep Murcia off the glass. Foul against Kloof. Kloof just trying to pressure the ball. Fine about that foul, as long as Hannah's okay to come back in as well. Good depth at that spot, Murcia. Baydan now, off the screen. Thought about it, gets it back. And now attacks, Baydan, flips it to Vázquez. Oh, but Vázquez can't finish it off. They work so well together, that pair, Vázquez. And Baydan has a foul on the drive from Kloof, showing his athleticism. Might have been an and 1 if it wasn't for Vázquez. There's the foul, Kloof. Acrobatic play. This is the way to get yourself back into the game. San Miguel's going to go out. Bassas comes back in. San Miguel just picked up his second foul. So as I was saying, for Murcia, this is the way to get themselves back into the game. From the line, draw some fouls, kill the clock. Slowly chip away. 6 of 9 from the line as a team. Kloof has been there 4 times now. Soko and Abramitis having a little conversation. Benite looks on. A frustrating evening for him. He came in early, picked up fouls and hasn't returned. So Davin White evading the pressure of Urtasun. Bassas now. White to Vázquez, kicks it. Abramitis has made a couple, puts it on the floor, hammers it home, but Soko fouled him a long time before that. There it is. Soko's going to take a little breather then. Picks up just his second. And it is the substitution I spoke about a second ago. Murcia get the steal. And Tello has come in. Kloof trying to finds some room. Pulls up. Has to kick it in. It's taken away by White. White, one-on-one in transition against Iberostar. Has it rejected by Kloof. But Roscoe Allen can't finish. And Antello, the captain, is back. Opportunity for Tenerife there. Will they live to regret that one? 6-point lead, ball in transition towards the end of this third quarter. So often plays like that change the momentum of a game. Elia loses it, picked up by that man Antello, and he's hyped up. The crowd love it, and one. What an impact he has had. Jose Angel Antello. He averages just 1 point per game in the Basketball Champions League. Half a rebound. Look at the rejection from Kloof, and then it bounces around. And after the miss, who picks it up? That man Antello. He has come to play today. 9 points and 3 rebounds. Chance to get to double figures as the first guy to Murcia from that level. But we'll have a timeout first.
Nothing more, guys! Have it in your mind and put your body over there. We have to go first to the ball. Let's go 5 side. No. Yeah, 5 side.
Hey, now, we are in bonus, so take care with the stupid fox. Let's go, chicos, vamos. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Look at this play here. White in transition, thinks he's got the room. Charlton Kloof chases it down, then Allen can't finish. Antello picks it up, and I said so often, plays like this really can change the momentum in a game. There's Murcia now the opportunity with a 3-point play. Antello knocks it down. And we're back within 3 points now. Vasilidis onto the floor. Basas. This is the lineup that works so well for Tenerife in that first half. Basas to the room, dances in, but doesn't get the roll. He can earn the 2 from the line, but it so nearly dropped for him. I see him split between 2. Just slight contact on the head from Antello. Everybody just watching to see if it was going to drop. It didn't, so from the line. Fernando Sass makes the first. The second is good. 8 points from him. He's only made 1 field goal, Sass. Just damage from the line. Kloof waiting. In a hurry here. What's the screen? Attacks against Beiran. Can't finish though. Sass. Once more Tenerife taking their time, making sure they get some execution here. Allen skips it. Sass again draws a contact and will again get to the line. Experience showing for Tenerife. We said this is a club that's been through the playoff stages. They know how to play on the road in these 2-legged games. They have the advantage now. They can just take their time, be in no hurry, keep it close. Basas, one of those guys who was on the roster last year. Makes another one from the line. 2 for 2 again. And now Benite will come in for Murcia, replaces Erdesan. It's been a frustrating game for Vita Benite. Played just 2 minutes and 10 seconds, got 3,000 that time. And fresh-legged and ready to go here in the third period. 93 seconds left. Elias squaring up, trying to find some room. Backing it down against Vazquez. Vazquez holds his ground, but can't stop the shot, which eventually comes back into his hands. Vasilidis, quick extra pass. The screen comes. Kick out. 3 doesn't go for Beiran. Fight for the rebound. Vazquez is fouled. There'll be 2 shots for Fran Vazquez. Couldn't get it to go, but great position from Vazquez on the inside. So when the rebound bounced in his direction, he was always the man with the advantage. But he can't finish the free throw. Coach Navarro looking on, knows his team struggling here. Not been a good quarter for them. Just 10 points so far. Excuse me, 12. 36 they had at the half, 36-38 in favour of Tenerife. Kloof, under a minute left. Gives it to Rojas. Rojas sees some room. Tax, can't finish. Fight for the rebound. Bassas is there first. They got numbers here. Tenerife, Vasilidis for 3. This is what he does. But it can't fall before Allen picks up another opportunity for Tenerife. Bassas brings it out, uses this time. 5 on the clock now. He's got to go. Bassas stops. Not sure he knows the clock. Nope. Didn't recognise the time. 24-second violation. Gives the ball back to Murcia then. Kloof. I haven't seen Hannah come back since he suffered that groin injury. Kloof's done well though, he'll get it back. He'll be the man to create perhaps on this final shot. Here he is, waiting, calling. Wants Benite, who is fouled, and it'll be 2 shots. Beran didn't like the call. Benito, who has whistled for a couple of fouls himself. He didn't appreciate in that first half. Tello goes out, Soko in. 8.2 seconds left. Third quarter. Benite scoreless at the line, trying to chip back this lead. A foul shooting contest in this third quarter. As he makes the first. And the second. Substitution now for Tenerife as they go smaller. Everyone changing. So 3 substitutions go out for Tenerife. Beiran, Allen and Vazquez. And Rojas out. 8 seconds left into the hands of Davin White. White against Kloof. Pulls up, tries to get the foul, doesn't. The long heave is not that far away for Murcia as the Tenerife players all look towards the referees. They won't get the call though. And so after 3 quarters of action here, it is all to play for still. 50-56. UCAM Murcia trailing at home against current champions in the Basketball Champions League, Iberostar Tenerife. That quarter belonged to Tenerife, really. They started just with 2-point lead. And they've opened it up to 6. Although at one stage it did get to double digits, to 10 points. the start of that third quarter. That man there, I think Andelo though brought his group back. A couple of key rebounds, key scores as well, as he is the leading scorer with 10 for Murcia in this low-scoring game. On the other side, Iberostar Tenerife led by Tim Abramidis with 11. He is also their leading rebounder with 4 as well. So these two teams batting it out. This is the first leg of 2 to see who will advance. It's the aggregate score over those 2 games. And we have to consider the winner of this round will face off against the winner of the Pinar Casiaca versus Pauk game in the quarterfinals. Also over 2 legs. Pauk, remember, 74-68 victors yesterday at home. They will need to go to Izmir with that 6-point advantage next week to see if they can maintain their lead against Pinar Casiaca. Coach Katsakaris and his team maintain this lead here. Hannah, it's a word with Coach Navarro. Hannah looking comfortable on the bench. Interesting to see if he's going to come back. Sean Kloof remains at the point guard spot. First possession for Murcia, trailing by 6. Antello. Fouled by Bassas. He was in the mismatch. Sacrifices in personal. Tenerife drop into the 2-3 zone on the out of bounds. Tello with the step back, tough shot. In and out, Vasilidis snatches in the rebound. Makes a meal of it as he is fouled by Kloof. It's the miss. Tenerife's opportunity now then. Panitka collects it. It's been quiet tonight, Panitka. 4 points, 4 rebounds for him. And he's going to turn it over. Ollison with the steal. Ollison flips to Kloof, who loses it on the way up. What an opportunity. Dutch international just couldn't handle it. Ollison, great defensive play. Finds him, but Kloof on the way up. Sees it agonizingly slip out of his hands. Panitka now. Beats the pressure, gives it over to Vazquez, who reverses it to Abramidis, and then a foul. Ollison guarding Vasilidis too closely away from the ball. Abramidis to Bassas. Bassas. One screen, then another. Flips it high. Vazquez though couldn't take it in to finish, but finds Panitka beautifully. Oh, the awareness from Vazquez. It looked like he was going to go out of bounds. Saved it. Not only found the teammate, but found him for a wide open layup as well. Great play from Vazquez. The lead back to 8. Benite crosses over. Finds Lima in the post. Lima has it tipped away though by Panitka. Big plays all being made by Tenerife right now. Bassas walking it over the floor, the timeline. Panitka off the screen, takes it wide, gets the switch, and have a mismatch. But Bassas will have to attack, goes high, and great rotation from Lima to rotate down. Vazquez had the mismatch, and he was there to collect the rebound, but Lima came from the 3-point line. So here on the inside is Vazquez. Lima he's seen coming from high. Got in front of the big man from Tenerife to disrupt the rebound. Kloof now to Lima. Lima Finds Antello. Ollison to Antello, good fake. They'll have an opening here. Can they find the right man? Good recovery from Tenerife. Force Benite into the air ball. Great defense from Tenerife. They were short-handed but rotated so fast. Baydan. Goes high to Vasquez. Vasquez finds Panitka. Oh, Abramitis cutting to the ring. He takes a heavy foul. And he will be at the line for 2. Good cut away from the ball from Tim Abramitis. Antello picks up the foul. Antello has just fouled out of the game. Quietly picked up 5 in a hurry. Played just 13.5 minutes, so he has had to sit out. And that is a big loss for Murcia. 10 points, 3 fouls for him. Just waiting for confirmation. I heard the announcer in the arena saying that was 5 fouls. Shine is just 4 on my screen though. To check. As the double team comes. Lima gives it to Kloof. Only 14 on the clock for them now though. Benite for 3, knocks it down, tough shot. Benite didn't have a lot of room over there. Baydan right with him. Now it's Baydan's turn on the low post. Got some size over Benite, finds Vasquez. Vasquez short about the 3, finds Vasilidis. He can't hit. Murcia trailing by 7, but they had the ball. A lot of time left in this one. Lima on the reversal. Benite wants another one. Can't get the roll this time though. The crowd were ready to explode. Navarro applauds on the sideline, happy with the shot, even though he didn't drop. Again, they go to Baydan on the low block. Tenerife finds Vasquez. This time he gets the shot away and he makes it. And Vasquez and Baydan just have a great relationship, always looking for each other. Fantastic, fascinating to see how many points they score off assists from the other. Ollison draws a lot of attention, finds Soko, got some room. He flips it to Lima, who's met high, but he's fouled. Costa Lima on the cut. Went up high. I think that's going to go against Abramitis, the foul. Despite the fact Vasquez tried to claim it. First doesn't drop for Lima. Too strong. That was on Abramitis. His third. Second is good. Lima goes out. Marcus Soraya comes in. Baydan again on the post up. No double team this time, so he's going to turn and finish over Benite. He's got that size. Baydan has been so good again tonight. So he didn't play last year in the Final Four team. He was there, he was on the bench, he was supporting. Couldn't play through injury. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists tonight. Sass picks up the foul. He's frustrated because he knew what was happening. He will go out as Vasquez goes out as well. Toby and San Miguel in. And Cedar Rojas, his substitution for Brad Ollison in favour of Murcia. Soko finds the cutting Rojas. He feeds it over to Delia, and he finishes the play. Good interchange from Murcia. Good ball reversals from them. Abramidis puts it on the floor. Pressure by Soko, and he's going to turn it over. Here comes Murcia. Can't chip into this lead. Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul, yeah. Well, I'm not sure why the crowd didn't like that. Benitez, he's going to pick up another one. 4th on him. Great defense from San Miguel. Let's have another look. He didn't have great position, San Miguel, but Benitez just dropped the shoulder cleanly into his chest. And the second and third looks did nothing to tell me differently to my first impression, which was the referee got that one spot on. San Miguel now absorbing the pressure as a foul is going to go against Kloof. Kloof looks towards the official. Seems you got to see that. Kloof didn't like the call. Kloof claiming that it's Davin White elbowing him. A lot of discussions going on. There will be 2 shots though for Davin White. First, too strong. Well, the best night I've seen from Davin White here tonight. He does have 4 assists, but he's just 1 of 6 from the field. 3 points in the game now with that make. And Benitez is fouled. All the whistles. And Freeze just making sure this game stays clean. Team fouls from now on against both teams then. And the final 4:20 might see a number of free throws. Kloof played this whole second half since Hannah has been injured. Soko wants it, puts it on the floor, and can't finish. Thought it was going to drop for Soko. And it just bounced out. As White will hold the ball. Backs it out once more, wants Toby to come screen. Sucking his time before he finds Toby, who finishes. Great footwork from Mike Toby. Takes the pass, just sells the fake. And this is where Tenerife are so good. They can just milk this time now. Try and maintain a double-digit lead is all they want going into the next leg. Could even be more as they get the leak out here. Baydown ahead of everybody, but blows the layup. Can't finish. An excellent opportunity for Tenerife. And now they're back immediately on defense. Have to forget that play. Foul is going to be called against Toby. We see good overplay from Abramidis. Makes the option for Marcus Delia limited. Only really could put it on the floor. Just frustrating for Tenerife that Toby couldn't quite keep him in front without fouling. 2 shots then from the big Argentinian. Delia makes the first. Delia moves to 7 on his first trip to the line. Two of 2 from him. 3:12 left in this first leg. Benitez goes out, Ollison back in. A couple of threes from him would be so timely from Murcia. San Miguel. This is the screen from Abramides. Then one from Toby. He comes to set another screen. Great defense. Kloof takes it away, and he is fouled. Unsportsmanlike foul as San Miguel just trying to get back into the play. So it will be 2 shots and possession. Great defense from Sheldon Kloof. Tips it away. He was going to be first man to it. Spot on work once again by our officiating crew. On top of the play. San Miguel goes out then. Visoko. Good discussion, Coach Navarro. You can't finish those. A huge possession. They wanted to maximise as much as they could with these shots and the ball back as well. Does make the second. Where will they go on this offense then? Olsen goes to Obi. Oh, and his pass just wasn't expected by earlier. Tenerife escaped then. Unsportsmanlike foul. Only 1 point for Murcia, but Abramides with a quick 3 gives it back. Kloof looking to push. Oh yeah, has it in the low block. Nothing happening for him, so he puts it on the floor and is fouled by Mike Toby as Soko comes up, holding his head. The physical play. It's a forearm to the cheek, it looked like, on Soko. Oh, it was his own man. It was Cristalaya that did it. Toby is going to foul out of this one. A perfect 5 of 5 from the field for Mike Toby. 10 points, 6 rebounds for him as he goes to the bench. First doesn't go though. Oh, there they are. First miss from the line. These are the opportunities that UCAM Murcia will regret. 14 for 20 they are. Make it now 15 for 21 from the line. And White switched over to the point guard position. Turns the corner. Oh, rejected by Kloof! Second time we've seen him chase it down. But the ball stays with Tenerife. It's Bassas. Gets into the lane, can't find an opening. 4 on the clock and then a foul. Oh, Murcia. So frustrating for the fans here. They get a fantastic block, but the ball stays with Tenerife, and then just a little cheap one against Soko. Look at this from Kloof. Timed it well. Gavin White thought he had the space. Allison is down the floor. Kloof goes out. Benite is out there now as well. Need to go to speed up offense, Murcia. Remember, the spread of points so important here. It is all that matters, not the win or the loss in this first game. As Tenerife can attest to last year at the round of 16 where they lost their away game, their first leg against Pauk, a team they may well see in the quarterfinals. Assuming that is, they can get first through Murcia. Olsen goes to Elia now. Rojas cuts. 30 can't be found, and Abramides picks it up. Frustrated voices here in the Murcia. Tenerife with a 9-point lead, under 2 minutes to go. White to Abramides for 3. Short though, what a huge shot that might have been. Soko quickly to the ring, and it's an unsportsmanlike foul. Abramides sacrificed, was trying to stop the score. Didn't really make a play for it, which is why he's been called for the unsportsmanlike foul. Watch this. He knew Soko. He was going to the ring, just wanted to put him on the line. Zelaya goes out. Lima back in. Soko short on the first though. 15 for 22 now. Yeah, a couple of those points they would have loved. And he misses the second. Soko started so brightly. 6 points, 4 rebounds. Still plenty of time left, but Murcia need a score on this possession. Ollison thought about it. Goes to Benite. Benite along the baseline. Corner three. Rojas comes up short. Tenerife think about pushing. They're going to have the open man in Abramidis. Instead, they pull it out and use the clock. Sass is on the floor. Something happened between him and Soko. It seems to be okay now he's got up. Oh, there's nothing in that. Soko goes over. Can't see much on that though. Sass tried to milk the call. Didn't get it though. Good work from the officials not to be bought. Now he has it. 10 on the clock. Uses the screen. Into the lane. Finds the cutting man in Panicco, who is fouled. Rojas just watching the ball. Rojas frustrated. He said he didn't even have the ball. How's he shooting? Let's have a look. He does have a point, although Panicco was trying to shoot. He's at the line now. First for Panicco is good. We said he's averaged 18 a game in the ACB against Murcia. He hasn't got anywhere near that tonight. Just 7 points, but 7 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists. And look at 9 points now and an 11-point lead for Tenerife. There's a stunned silence here in Murcia after such a bright opening to this game. Murcia, they're just trying to hold on to the coattails of Tenerife here. Couple of score. If they can chip away some of this lead, it will be so valuable to them going into that second leg.
Don't get crazy. We need to play good offense, good defense, good offense. Eh? Smart. Hey, jugamos. Victor, you take it out. Sadi, Brad. Obi, Gus, ¿vale? Sales aquí, metemos el balón, Victor.
I don't want, what's his name? Clough to be involved on the ball. Let's go, fellas, let's go. Let's go.
Forward to this sideline then. Benite brings it in for Ollison. Perhaps 2 offenses for Murcia in this last minute if they can. Benite fires a tough 3 and makes it. Huge shot. Massive shot for Murcia then. We said every point is vital here down at the end of the game. I mean, the 2 defenders on him, but Benite gets it to go. He picked up those early fouls. He has made 2 of 3 from beyond the 3-point line. Benite, 8 points for him.
Okay. Going for go for all right. We play quick. Okay, quick.
Estos que van a apretar líneas de pase, ¿eh?
Saco yo, ¿eh?
Yes. Gavin, please. Fran is over here. Cortes is over here. Okay, so you will go under. Do you understand? Under. Fran, you make a fake, then you want the ball, under.
The big man go inside. We stay here. Alright? Salim, you take Vasiliadis. You take Vasiliadis. And here you switch. Alright? Lima, take it. You take it. Let's go. En ataque jugamos quick. Vale, Brad, vamos.
Sass to bring it in. Vasilidis breaks high, switching defense from Murcia. White pulls it out. Will they just let him attack here against Lima on the switch? Milking the time. Clock kicks 10 now. No fouls to give for Murcia. White stops, drops his man to the floor, but can't finish it off as Lima snatches in the rebound. 20 seconds remain. The final shot for Murcia, perhaps. Solison's got to get it over first. Eventually they do. Benitez going to take the quick one. Doesn't go. One more opportunity. Benitez fakes it. Now he takes it and makes it. 2 huge threes from Benitez. 4.5 seconds remains. Oh, how vital these may prove to be here for Murcia. Benitez with back-to-back threes in the final 30 seconds. And he has pulled his team back. Incredible scenes. Remember, it was 71-60. And that was with 47 seconds remaining. He made those 2 threes. And this is life into the second leg for Murcia. They've got to finish it with a stop on this final 4.5, though.
Have the ball up. Have the ball up.
Let's see what Coach Katsikaris has drawn up. Sass will bring it in. Can't find anything right now, and they're going to turn it over, perhaps. No, Vasilidis picks it up, fires the 3, doesn't get it. And that is going to end a highly entertaining first leg here. Ovi Soko snatches in the rebound, and really Murcia, even though they lost by 5, will go to the changing room. Will go to the second leg, perhaps the happier team. It is Tenerife that take the game 71-66 over UCAM Murcia. But Murcia with 2 threes in that final 30 seconds from Vita Benitez really did give themselves a lifeline for the second leg. Tenerife will return to the Canary Islands with a 5-point advantage as they attempt to regain their title. It was a strong performance from Tenerife. They opened up the lead, but the frustration for them will be with 45 seconds to go. They had a 10-point, they had a double-digit lead. And now they return to home for the second leg with just a 6-point advantage. 5-point advantage. See some of the highlights. Tim Abramides started to get hot as he led the way for Tenerife with 13 points personal. A strong performance from him, especially in that second half, as he finished with 13 and 5. Mike Toby fouled out, going a perfect 5 of 5 from the field as another double-figure scorer for his team. Here he is with 2 of his 10 points. And alongside Abramitis and Toby, they had Beidan Bassas off the bench with 2 big-time performances. Javi Beidan, 9 points in the first half, finished with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And then Bassas, 12 points, 9 of which coming from the free-throw line. Milked the game down the end for his team. For Murcia, they only had 2 guys in double figures, Antello and Benite. But you've got to say Benite with those 2 huge threes, 2 of his 3 on the game in the final 30 seconds, may well be everything for Murcia. A 5-point deficit is more than workable going on the road. We know they can take Tenerife close. They lost by 6 in a game in the ACB. But it needed those 2 late threes in order to get themselves back into this one. So I will leave you after another full day of Basketball Champions League action. Looks like Banvit will record the 8-point victory over Nanterre to wrap up the 6 games of action tonight. We will be back next week as there'll be 3 games on Tuesday night, 5 on Wednesday. Our game here taking place in Tenerife next Wednesday to see who will advance into the quarterfinals at the Basketball Champions League. Well, it's been a pleasure to join you from Murcia, as I will say good night. Tenerife taking the 71-66 victory.